Hey there, everybody. I want to show you a tool that will help you rank, at least get started in it, for SEO and AEO. So, um, what we call is ASEO. It's a combination of SEO and AEO, so you get the best of both worlds. You don't have to choose. Yes, SEO is going down in weight because AEO is going up, but it's not going to go away. And there's no reason why you can't do both. So ASEO is the way to go. And I'm going to show you a simple tool that we built for ourselves to use. And now that I made public, okay. One of the big things that goes on with um, uh, both SEO and AEO is your page load speed time. Okay. And I'm going to show you what that means. And you can go check this out yourself. There's a tool called um, Lighthouse that Google put out, and it's been out for years, but a lot of the SEO guys and even the AEO people out there are clueless as to how much it can help you, and it tells you exactly at least four major parts that you need to fix to show up in search. So I'm going to pause this right now. We'll bring that other screen in here. So when you're doing these live, so this is IQ Marketers. We're doing a major rebuild on this, and it's our redheaded stepchild because we've been so busy with clients that we haven't had time to take care of our site. But let's go to Google Lighthouse, and it's a plugin for Chrome, and I'm going to generate a report. And the only thing we really care about is going to be page speed, WebP. All right, and you only need to worry about mobile. And I'm going to keep this running because I want you to see how long it takes. Sometimes it can take 30 to 90 seconds. It depends on what's going on. And what this does is it measures mobile site speed. It measures accessibility, and accessibility is for people with disabilities, specifically visual impairments, ADHD, and a whole other host of things that have, they may not be able to navigate the screen. And the kicker is on that one, AIs will navigate the screen the same way in a lot of ways as someone with a disability. And this is what you should shoot for. Your accessibility, we're at 100 according to Lighthouse. Best practices, this is how your page is put together. And then lastly, they still, SEO is like the last thing that they look at. Now, these three right here should pretty much always be 100 if you can do it. There's no reason not to. And if not, you're going to have a harder time than your competition or rank. And one of the kickers is, can you still rank when these numbers kind of suck? Yes, but only to the point that someone, your competition, gets these rankings better. If everything, let's say all your backlinks are there, your content's great, you've got images, you've got alt tags, you've got everything that you need to do, your H1 tags. Somebody just needs to come along and improve these scores, and they're going to knock you out of the park in a lot of instances. And this has been around for years, but I know, honest to God, I've only ran into one or two agencies that are really aware how much and how tight these numbers are compared to being able to rank easier. And like I said, not that you can't rank, but it's like having an anchor on your butt during a sprint. And it just doesn't work as well. So this is what you should shoot for. And one of the things on performance is that when you upload a WebP, and I'll show you, it's from Google. It's not a JPEG or a PNG or a TIFF or any of the other ones. It will reduce the size of it. And on this particular image, this is the original PNG here. And so this thing is 655 kilobytes, right? And this one is only 67. So it's 9.7 times smaller. And can you really see the difference here? There's not much at all. And for your website, though, it's a huge difference. So this sucker's 10x bigger, so it's going to take 10x longer to load. And this tool for free, you can pay for it if you want to go over. So we're going to click on this, and I'm going to bring these guys over. So these are some stick figures of my drawings that I did. And so I like to doodle, and this is kind of what's going on here. So I've grabbed all of these. I don't want the MP4s, And I'm going to show you how fast and easy this is. So I'm just going to grab these in here, and I've got enough screen. It's not going to show all of them, but that's okay. And hopefully this will work. We're going to put those in there. It says I have 10 images. You can do up to 15 at a time a day for free. And they're already there and they're uploaded. That one's done. That one's done. That one's done. Now look at this. So this image went from 245K to 54K. So the original image was 4.5 times larger. So this means it's going to take 400% less time, 450% less time to load than even a small JPEG. And if you've got a bunch of these images on your site, it makes such a huge difference. It's not even funny. And so these are all there. And so when you want to download them, you just hit download, and you can you can change the size of these. That's the other thing. So let's say I don't need 1168 by 74, which is a fairly good size image. I can just as easily make this, let's say we want to make it 600, right? And so this automatically will do it. And this is 10 times larger. So I'm going to download this WebP. God only knows where it's going to go. What is SEO? That's okay. We got a little pop up there, save. And let's open this up. And look at that. It's a nice size image. You don't need much of anything better than that. It's nice and clean. And if we go back here, we'll get rid of this one. I think it was this one. This went from 245K down to 23, which is stupid amazing. This is one of the easiest things that you can do yourself. You don't even need to get your agency to do this. And what you do is you make sure that the names are correct and you put an alt tag in there. And an alt tag gives a description. So if someone's blind, let's say, and they're going through a screen reader, and there's like 20 million people in the US that have visual impairments, they can actually see what it says. And so that's one of the quickest wins that you can do for SEO and AEO. And you can go through your site. We're going to go out on a limb here and go to AEO website checker. Let's make the screen a little bit bigger here. And there's a reason I'm making this a little bit longer, because I don't want to be in a hurry. And if you really care about this stuff, let's go check our site, because I know it's going to be crazy. We'll go to IQ Marketers. I know they're working on it right now. We've got the team in there, which is great. And we should have some problems. I hope so for the thing. So we're going to start the free framework. And I built this. We've been doing this for 2 years now on the AEO and now ASEO. And it's got 5 pillars it scores. We went through, we've looked at over 20,000 individual pages, and it should give me an update here. 20,383. That doesn't include the other ones. So we've got a pretty good AEO score, right? So 89 out of 100, it should be 100. But let's go take a look at what's going on. And so it tells me, here's the 5 pillars if you want to look at that later. So we've got author information. We've got about the team, contact information, privacy and legal pages. You need these pages, but I want to go zoom in here, and here we go. So we've got 8 images that could be converted to WebP, right? And what it does is it shows us this one. So this is, I'm not even sure what that is. So we've got a ping, a JPEG, and I'm not even sure what the heck that one is. Probably an SVG, a JPEG, a JPEG, and a JPEG. So if we go in there, this is going to load even faster. And if we went back to this page speed, once we get this done, this will probably be close to 100 or right at 100. And so I just wanted to show you this. Where did we go here? Answer engine optimization. This is a free tool. And then it tells you how to fix, restructure content around questions. And then we've got partial, implement organization, FAQ schema, high priority. So get these 8 images, right? It could raise our score by 4 points on this whole thing. High priority, implement image lazy loading. So that's so you don't load the whole page. It loads up as you scroll down. Create FAQ, improve text quality, add image dimensions. So this is where I went back to here, where it has the image dimensions. A lot of people don't realize this, but you should upload the exact size image that you need. You don't need to be 1168 by however big that is. Let's go here. Like, let's see here. So these are probably too big, and you can get a little, do I have a measuring thing in this one? Oh man, maybe I do. Pixel grid. Yeah, let's go see here. And this is just a rough guesstimate. So this image should only be 149 by 146. Okay. And you can do this. There's tools that you have, but if nothing else, you can do this one. And this is a free tool that you can put in Chrome. So let's go there. And so we should have it 149 by 142. It actually should be 149 by 149 if we do this correctly. So we can resize that image, make it a WebP, and everything's going to go. Now, it may only take you a half hour or an hour to do this, but if you want to get great results, and this image is probably pretty big too, even though it's loaded to this size, I guarantee you it's larger, and we can, let me get out of here. We'll get out of here. We should be able to open the image in a new tab. Can't find you. That sucker is way, way too big, and we could find out this image. We should be able to inspect and tell us here. Oh gosh, I need another cup of coffee here, but let's see what this one is. So it's giving us that. Where is the image inspection? It's early in the morning here, guys. If anybody can help me, I'm sure you can show where it is, but let's see here. Inspect. Okay. So it's 832 by 1248. That's way, 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 way too big. It was in there the whole time. So we need to go back through, and for that size, at least on the front page, this thing doesn't need to be, it only needs to be this big. And so this is how you get to 100. It makes a huge difference. And realistically, when you do that, it's going to make a big, big difference. And let me see if I can pull this up. One of the things that's going on right now, when you combine your Google search or your SEO with your AEO, which is your answer engine optimization, you get ASEO, and that's how you're going to clean up on the competition. We've seen it where you can literally garner, 40, 50, 60, 70% of the search traffic, especially for AI, because a lot of times they're only giving you one or two, maybe three answers. You don't have the old list of blue for whatever's out there. They suggest you, and that's why it's a worthwhile investment to do this. This is I made this specifically a little bit long because I wanted to dive into it. And so when you get Google together ranking on there, and then you get your AI answers together, you're going to get a boatload more leads. Is there any guarantee? No, I don't want to do that for the legal purposes and stuff, but I've never seen it not work. Okay. I have never seen it when you get your act together with your SEO and your AI search, and you have a fully implemented ASEO plan, that it doesn't work. So seriously, folks, ASEO is going to clean the clock. Most people aren't using this, most of the agencies out there. And if you need help, we will do so. Now, here's one of the things. I do not scalp. If you've got an agency that you're happy with, we don't go after them. Okay, we don't. It's just stupid, because I've seen agencies like, oh, they're missing this one thing, and they have bullshit. Most of the SEO reports are absolutely junk. They suck. They're using old data that doesn't matter, that won't help you not only with SEO, but they're not going to help you with AEO, which is uber important. So the easiest way to do this is go over here, go to AEO website checker, and the kicker is everybody else is charging for this. This is completely free. It'll go through and go through your schema, and which is basically just tells Google what to look for. It's like a filing cabinet that tells them exactly what you're doing. It's got your images again. It's got your accessibility. What are we missing here? Alt text, empty alt text. So a couple of the images need an alt text on there. And again, they're working on the site right now. By the end of the day, this will be taken care of. And it's easy enough. All this stuff is easy enough to fix. And it gives you the high priorities. Add an FAQ section with 5 questions and answers. It's not super hard. And then it goes through the whole report. And then the kicker is, if you want to, and this one you don't even need your email or your name or anything, go in here, put your name and email address, and then we'll do the other first 99 pages of your website, so you can go through all of them. And if you only have 8 pages, then it'll do the other 7. If you have 67, it'll do the other 66 of them. And if you've got more than that, give us a call, because it does take us some time, and there's some money to put this stuff together. But we can help you out even if you have a 500 or 1,000 page website. So anyway, that's it for this one, and hope you got something out of it. Go to WebP for AEO. This is one of the easiest things to do, and as Jim Rhodes says, it's easy to do, it's easy not to do. And it's a simple choice. And at least get your homepage up to look like this. So your SEO should be at 100%, your best practices should be at 100%. And your accessibility should be at 100%, because you don't want to, in the US and the Canada and Europe, ADA compliance or accessibility is the law. And I know it's not talked about much anymore, because God knows there's a crisis a day going on and everything else. But in this year, there's going to be about $15 billion in fines for companies' websites that aren't ADA compliant. Now, why don't you hear about them? And I've been talking to the wall on this, because if someone comes up and you're at, like, say 50, and they send you a demand letter and said, hey, listen, we're going to take you to court. You're going to lose, because we've got a screenshot of this, more than likely. And their attorneys, they send out a demand letter. They have someone with disability that does it. And they said, we'll settle with us for $15,000, and we won't take you to court. Because if you go to court, you're probably going to spend 25 to 30 or 40, and more than likely you're going to lose. And so what happens is no one says anything about it, because who's going to raise their hand and say, hey, I just got nailed because my website wasn't following the Americans with Disabilities Act compliance regulations. And instead of going to court, I paid basically $15,000 or $10,000 or whatever it's going to be to shut them up, so that I didn't have bad publicity. That's why no one hears about it. It's really there. But I can show you some things on this, and I know I'm going all over the place on this. Hopefully they don't have this part down. Let's see here. Do we have ADA compliance? I don't think we have it up here. Let's see. Where are we doing thing? AEO automation. Nope, they took it out of there. So let me find it real quick. I'll show you something. This page is going to change by the end of the day. By the time you watch this video, it may not be here. Hold on a second. All right, guys and gals, I finally found it. It's iqmarketers.com/ADA-website-compliance. And I'll get it back in there. Like I said, we're working on it. So we've worked with tons of people over at least 10 years. And here's some of the information, or some good videos on what's going on with this. So don't believe me. But the cool thing about it is, I've been talking about this for a while. ADA compliance helps you with SEO and with AEO. And it'll help you avoid a stupid lawsuit on there. So anyway, that's it. I may or may not put the link in here. It won't change. I'll make sure I put the link in the video. So WebP for AEO is where we started, and hope you get a chance to use it. It's super easy. Do your first page first, and then do your best to get your page speed insight. And this is a free plugin for Chrome from Google, and it really works. Take care, folks. Got any questions? Let us know. Comment below.